Alright guys, I hope you've read the disclaimer. So now we are moving on to analysis. So, last week, we predicted it's gonna go further into there, but pound was very bullish. You can see with euro pound how it's been falling. So euro is the weaker of the two, pound is stronger. So if dollar's going higher, while if dollar's going lower, pound is going higher. And in this instance, when dollar went higher but pound is still going low, while pound is still going higher, while euro's weaker in terms of in comparison to pound, it means that both of them were going the same way. So that would mean that reluctance nature of pound dollar to go even lower, right? So now we've got that out of the way of why that analysis was wrong. If you want more analysis, this was said in the Telegram chat. So alright, so this is the daily fair value gap. We expected it to go into there, however it didn't. Why? So this is the fair value gap. If it is really trying to go a specific direction, it will leave it open, but where would it go? On that daily fair value gap, that being the high, somewhere down here being the low, this part is balanced because it went lower, went higher again, so no fair value gaps here. The only fair value gaps are here and here. It went into there, and as you can see, respected off it nicely to continue going lower. So those are the only places that price would be willing to reach before it starts going lower. That means we are leaving this part of the daily fair value gap open. So now we need to identify where it's likely to go this coming week. So on the daily, we can see how it's created this order block after it's went low, broken this low. Not only that, on the Friday, as it didn't even reach this level, it's created that daily fair value gap. However, on pound dollar, it hasn't been able to do that. It hasn't created a fair value gap. Instead, it's coming into this order block. So now, if price or if dollar wants to come up into there, we have to expect pound dollar to go down to some degree. So ideally on the Monday we would like it to reach to this level. It hasn't. Potentially this level, because this is the candle high low here, but it could potentially be here. If it does end up closing above and opening above this level, then it's better than this level. However, it doesn't really matter as long as it closes above one of these levels is good. So why is that? Ultimately, this is on the weekly, potentially, weekly. So weekly order block, and the high is the indication once price had went past this fair value gap, turning into an inverted fair value gap. That also means change in structure. So once we pin that out, we do the opening price of this order block to the high of where it broke structure, creates our optimum trade entry, reached there, went higher, and what we're predicting now is it's gonna want to reach this one standard deviation as soon as possible. might not do it by the end of this month, meaning February. Um, if it does reach into the 68 percent, this would be our take second take profit if we were entering on a higher time frame basis. Um, if it reaches that 0.68 level, we're happy, because the week after this coming week is going to be NFP week, which is potentially where it will let price rally up to that one standard deviation before it starts looking to go back lower into this area. Um, if that's the case there, we want price to try and reach below these levels, at least get into the rejection block here. The reason being is, if it does that, then we can expect for price to reach into this fair value gap during NFP. So that is our prediction. Now that we've got that out of the way, we'll look at the 4-hour. So this was outlined at this point in time to the Telegram chat. So we predicted price going to start dropping off, and it did so. You can see how it was just ranging a lot. Eventually it did go down, looking to fill this fair value gap. Now we just need to see what it wants to do. So does it want to respect that level, start going higher? If that's going to happen, we'll likely see an early low of the week on the Monday, and then start to move higher. Now, which days are the most beneficial days for us to trade? This is the week. Monday, we have 9 AM news for Euro, but ultimately no red or orange folder news for USD. Tuesday, we've got 9 AM news and 10 PM news. So this is probably the likely day that it does its better move. Wednesday, it's got 10 PM news, 10:30 news. Thursday, we've got 8:30 news, 8:30 AM. I'm saying all of the times in Eastern Standard. These are shown in Greenwich Mean Time, UK time. And Friday, we have got news as well, 8:30. So those are the days. So after Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all those days are news heavy, let's say. So if Monday decides, takes it, starts going higher, potentially ranging, Tuesday will likely see it take that high. So yeah, if it does take that high, then we can expect Wednesday go lower a bit, start going higher. Let's check the Wednesday news. Wednesday news, Tuesday news. Tuesday news, take that high with this news. Wednesday news, it's later in the day, so let it go lower, and then end of Wednesday, potentially see it go past those. Thursday, come back up. If it reaches there before Friday, we'll probably see a slight retracement on Friday. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF trade model by ICT. But yeah, that is our main bias. Ultimately higher for the week next week, and yeah, we're close to our entry for where we would like the entry to be. If dollar decides to go up into there, and here we're seeing it moving a bit lower, would potentially see price reaching into this inverted fair value gap, but we don't want it going below here because this is going to be that breaker block. So yeah, if we see price going lower than here, maximum we want it to go down to is no more than there. So in here, so that's our predictions. Once it goes there, it has free game to go higher, and it aligns with our 3-month. No, this is the monthly, so this is our monthly one, right? And I always use these just as a time indication because time is the most important thing. So in terms of the month, we would like to see the high formed, if it's going lower, high formed near the start of the week, low formed near the end of the week. And I use these areas to distinguish where it's likely to be creating a high. So in here, if it was predominantly going lower for the entire range, high is most likely going to be created here. Optimum trade entry in here, reaches to a certain level in here in the light grey area, as you can see, come back up for another optimum trade entry in here, and end with the low being formed in that blue shaded area. Alright, so now we've got that out of the way, you can also see it in here as well. So low created, optimum trade entry created, high created, another optimum trade entry in the darker grey area, and expecting to reach the high then. So that is our bias. We stick to that bias until it says otherwise. And what do I mean by it says otherwise? If it starts to seek these lows, then we'll potentially see it ranging in here for a bit, and it's not good for it reaching here for the end of NFP on March. So yeah, that is our bias, and that is our prediction for the week. Yeah, pretty much went through it. I'll show. So this is what we'll be looking out for, right? Somewhere like this, low being here, high being order block on the 4-hour. We'll put it to this level. So yeah, that is our bias. In the Telegram, we'll be waiting for it to reach that level, and once it starts reversing, we'll wait for it to come back into discount before it shoots up. So we'll try to be getting better risk to reward ratios. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. If you have, make sure to leave a like, sub to the channel if you want more of this, stay notified for more weekly reviews. Make sure you get in on the action, and yeah, peace.